Hello, everybody. Welcome to the new part of the DEI Cimmeria Campaign, or Divide and Impera, if you want the long version. So, in this episode, we're going to hopefully finally put an end to the Selucid Empire. I believe they only have 2 territories left. I have no way to confirm this beyond just murderizing their faces off. But with any luck, that will succeed. Unfortunately, it looks like Harmonia might fall to some other people who I don't like. Which means war is afoot, because those were one of my trade partners. They will pay. So, see that I saw that Pergamon, my new allies, have sent an army all the way over here. Seeing this, I'm like, well, that's not very good for me, because what that means is that they're going to take the last 2 settlements of Selucid, and I want them. So what we're doing is we are basically sending an army eastward, but 2 of our armies eastward, even one that's not fully ready to try and take these 2 settlements before Pergamon arrives. So this one's going to Parsa. This one is going to Gore. Looks like I have something I can upgrade the general with. Let's go for the upkeep bonus because I like that idea. And let's see what else can be here. Empire maintenance. Honestly, I might go for that one because I do like Empire maintenance, but also like morale bonuses. Let's go for Commander of Men. He's a general after all. He should be a good Commander of Men. So we're going to do I noticed this one actually only has 19 out of 20 guys. So we're going to real fast recruit just a basic unit of swordsmen, because I don't think we have enough to recruit one of these. Actually, maybe we do. Yeah, they're only Zenoi. We can recruit a weak Persian cavalry unit just to give us a little bit more of a cav advantage. Or, no, we lost a unit of spears. Do we have a replacement spear unit? We do, but they're Persian levies. So let's just go for another unit of these guys. So let's upgrade. So we're just going to spend a little bit more money this turn, upgrading buildings and the like. Where is that rebel army? I'm pretty sure there's a rebel army around here somewhere, isn't there? Yeah, that's the only reason why I can reasonably see why I have a plus 20 to my public order right now. Malkadet's leaving for rebellion. Yes, there is a rebellion somewhere. Oh, there they are. They're near Gonzak. Well, that's not very good. We don't really have an army nearby to deal with that problem. We could feasibly build another army over there. I'm just not the biggest fan of that idea. Fires of Hephaestus might be able to make it in time, though. So we'll send them over there. Alright, that looks fine. Dura. Let's see, anywhere I can build a little bit extra up in order to just, keep things progressing nicely. Let's build that up. No, actually I want to build this fishmonger first because I want the food. Well, let's end turn then. I don't think I can move anything else at this point. Apparently I can, because when my Imperial went up, I can issue another edict. Let's issue an edict here. We can sell slaves, we can import food, we can do tax rate, issues for tax rate increase. It's bonus food, bonus wealth, we get some slave unrest and things of that nature that I don't really want to deal with. Let's just go for a bonus tax rate. For now, at least. Alright, let's end turn. I already issued, maybe I guess I can issue another edict then. That's good, I guess. That'll increase our revenues a decent amount, and I also need to make sure that I purge some of the secure the loyalty of the other political parties. We don't want our empire splitting up just as we're about to enter a new war. That would be a bit problematic. A bit of a funny thing that happened earlier this morning is I spent about an hour and a half recording a video for an hour and a half after recording a video for my Guild Wars Prophecies playthrough, and I had a very awkward problem where I realized after I recorded the video, spent an hour and a half working on it. The video itself was, I think, only about 50 minutes. But because I failed the mission a couple times, I had to redo it several times. I got faster and faster every time, but still, the mission was not a short one. So But so I got it. So I did the Slukia, no. You die. No mercy. No mercy for Slugans. I didn't want this war. You started it. I'm going to finish it. But then I realized that I forgot to turn on the program on my computer, on my my gaming computer, to send it to my laptop, which is doing the encoding. So it had no audio. And I'm like, well, I don't want to redo this again, so I'm going to do a little bit of experiment. I'm going to try and do, basically, I'm going to re-record it. Webcam's going to be like, you know, me in real time. And then the other other one is going, and then but the video is going to be just what I did before, because I was like, I really liked the gameplay of the video. I just felt like I just really was not a big fan of everything else, really. You know, but it's not a big fan of the fact that there's no audio. Sorry. So I'm gonna keep the gameplay, and basically I'll just voice over it with my webcam being the only thing that's modern. I mean, the webcam that I use there, and the webcam there is gonna be the same exact size, so mine should just be an easy overlay on top of it. And then I just ship it out. And honestly, it might actually make the file size smaller. I just hope it doesn't make it look weird. We'll see though. Oh, my road 2, don't crash. Don't crash. Knock on some wood. It's definitely stuck on something. And it wouldn't be the first time it crashed on me. It crashed on me last video. One time only though, but still it was a crash. Okay, good. Oof, I was like... Apparently I am suffering attrition. Apparently with Thorakitai/Nabis military forum. Thorax reforms as the need for better equipment, the discipline more trained troops to impair it. The wide-scale use of thorax-plated armor emerges. Along with this better armor, some soldiers are trained to fight in the Roman style using javelins and legionary organization. While using the Thoreos, the improved armor and training will produce the elite Hellenic warriors ready to take on any task on the battlefield. In the Nabis Spartan reforms, Spartans has fallen to a lull until Nabis, the regent of Atlas and King Pelops, would overthrow and kill the last legitimate monarch and proclaim himself the king and tyrant by others. He exiled their nobles and divided the land to others. Many slaves were granted citizenship, but the institution of helotry would remain. Nabis reconquered some of the lost lands and developed a Spartan fleet with the help of the Cretans, who were his allies. Later on, due to Roman influence, in an unstable situation in Greece, plus constantly changing allies, Nabis' territory was reduced to just the city of Sparta. At this point, he reformed an alliance with Antiochus III, but in the end, he got killed by Attalians, who had been his allies. Interesting. So, does that mean my any swordsmen? Does that mean I get like? I assume this means like I get access to some new troops if I'm in my native territories. So, the Seleucids are sending an army to try and attack Raga, I assume. So I'm going to just chase after them. They may take Raga, but they will die for their troubles. Right, this army's all ready to go. I'm going to send that to Gors. I'm going to send this to Parsa. I'm going to go for just encirclement for now. We'll deal with that in just a second. Pergamon... there won't beat me to my destination, which is good. You keep going to Gonzak to put down those rebel scum. It looks like this area doesn't have... I'd have to like spawn an army somewhere. Let's see, you I think might have the ability to recruit an army. Let's see, not there at least. Maybe over here. I mean, I know you can't recruit units because you're full, but I'd like to see what the options are. So I would be able to build Thracian warriors here, some Scythian hoplites here, some Scythian horse archers. I think I destroyed the military building that was over here, so that would make sense why I can't build any armies there anymore. So I'd have to bring an army over here and find out what I can build now. so might as well upgrade that. Let's see, it gets increased banditry, but I get more money. This one gives me decent amount of money, decent amount of growth, but not as much wealth. Let's build more glassware, why not? Yeah, no, let's build more wealth. Money, 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 money. Alright, so let's see. I can't afford actually anything. I need to cancel that. I don't want that turning into slums because I haven't built anything on it. Let's see, what would this be? This is just a normal quarry. It'll be a decent amount of wealth from that. But I'm going to probably build, let's see, I'm going to build an agora so that way I can get a healer in this region. I will. Might as well start out with a nice little bang and attack Gore. It's going to be an easy battle. I'm not going to auto-resolve it though because it's the first battle of the episode. If there's more battles, I probably would, but while this might be a pretty simple battle, I like fighting these out. Especially if I'm expecting to immediately have another war right after. That war being against the people who are also around the Caspian Sea. I forget because they have both because they share territory with me, but also because of the fact that you know I might as well. All the entire Caspian Sea will be mine. So we only have we have 3 units of spears, but only 1 unit of glacial levies. So this one is an interesting setup. So probably my 2 choke points I want to focus force in is here and here, but I also want my cav to be able to try and go around a flank. So I'm not sure if we'll have to be careful because I'm not confident that the enemy won't just try and attack us, you know. If we're too spread out, so we'll have to be ready for that eventuality. I'm gonna have 1 elephant per strike group. So this is 1 strike group, this is the 2nd strike group, and then of course my archers are all gonna be together. And my cav, I'm probably gonna try and put over here, that way they're easily positioned to reinforce if they end up charging, or they can go around and attack. And we have a little baggage train here, we're just gonna put them back here. Don't run, walk. The hour approaches of our victory. My archers will move up there and take their spot, and I'll start moving my cav around the flank, and I'm going to just speed this up real fast. Look at those elephants. Oh wait, that means the enemy's coming out. Pause, stop. Where's my group 3s, my archers? Our unit has used all of its ammunition. So one thing I'm doing right now is I'm basically just making use of the fact that I have the missile advantage right now to go pew pew at the enemy. I'm gonna send this guy around the flanks. I'm gonna leave my general over here though. Baggage train, might as well move up first, why not? So now they're just getting peppered by a bunch of arrows now. And javelins. Enemy's getting pretty pushed in right now and obliterated. I'm gonna start opening. I'm gonna start sending in more of my elephants. I'm gonna have them focus fire on that unit right there. That seems to be about bit by itself. Might as well eliminate them while we can. I'm gonna send in a flanking force there. I'm just gonna send in my cav over here now. Instead of just charging in our Galatians into the midst of the enemy archers, I think is a pretty nice thing to do. And I might as well just obliterate the enemy archers from behind as well. I'm gonna order these guys to stop because they're not going to be more hindrance than a help right now. So let's bring up the cav to do some flanking against the enemy forces that are still left alive. Unless them about to break, probably due to army losses and being recharged. Perfect. Victory is ours. Nice and easy. Elephants actually took a bit more of a beating than I expected, but not sure how much of that was our own archers and how much of that was the enemy. I will admit, you know, I feel about 5 deaths are only due to our own archers, but I'm not sure if those 5 deaths are elephants or infantry or both. You never know, you know. Yeah, the Selucids now only have one final settlement before their destruction is at hand, and I will have my revenge for them interfering in my wars. And now I am the superior power in the Middle East. Or as they call it, the Near East. And then, let's see. After this, this army is honestly could go for another battle if they really wanted to, but I'm probably not going to do that. Probably just going to let this army relax. And then, where my armies end up moving around is highly going to depend on where I decide to go to war next. I do need to wipe out the Selucids. I know that one for certain. This is not the Selucids. The Scythians. I keep saying the Selucids when I mean the Scythians. Harmozia. Storm of the Steppes. And this army's not going to be able to reach in time, so they're just going to do next turn. So we got a Mega Foron. Not too bad, but I'm not sure if I'm going to keep it. I might try and convert this one if I can get perennial irrigation. Where is perennial irrigation? How far away from it am I? My philosophy, so I guess, is economy. Perennial irrigation's this far away. I would like to have it. Maybe I'll build this first and I'll come back to mercenaries. I don't need to do all this stuff quite yet. If my, an army cannot march without food. Let's see, I think that's all the money I really have for right now, so I think it's just gonna have to be the end of the turn. What is nice is that the grain pit that I have is giving me bonus food. Honestly, though, I think what if I do actually end up attacking those enemies who are down a little bit south of me, and like who are around the Caspian Sea, whose name escapes me right now. But if I do end up attacking them, then I take Harmozia. I'm probably going to attack Harmozia and liberate it as a client state, like, that way. That way I don't have to worry about Bactria going to war with me, but if they go to war with Bactria, then I'll just go to war with them. Pergamon are only my defensive allies, so they will not interfere unless I'm attacked, but Egypt, I don't think is an ally of Pergamon, which means if Egypt chooses to attack me, they will have to deal with Pergamon as well. And Rome, and war with Rome might be inevitable, unless I get them to be military allies. But I think military allies is going to be pretty hard to do unless I want to shower them with money. I'm not... Sakaraka. And this one, I don't think I pronounced that correctly, but that's what they're called now. They're Sakaraka. That's what I'm going for. Or rock 'em, sock 'em. Especially going to go to war with them because they're doing something to my army right there. Which I do not appreciate. I kind of forgot to see if I could see her loyalty last turn. I'm going to definitely need to do it now. Especially because the loyalty is going a little lower than I would like. Asgarta. It looks like they did actually fight them off, so that's good. Several developments right now. Let's see. This year in history, I'll just do a quick scroll through a while so you guys can read if you guys would like. I don't know who those people are actually. Someone weakened my troop levels. Who would do that? On the bright side, this is an easy battle, so I don't really need to worry about it too much. Wipe out this army of Seleucids is definitely ideal. Because that way they're not in position to attack any of my new territories. Dead. Scrub. Rejoice, you get to live into a new empire. The one that you helped create. To an extent. See, I wouldn't I can't really afford to upgrade that right now. I need to demolish this one and get some food, something that gives me food in its place. Might just need to import food. I mean, less tax revenues, but I definitely need to make sure that when I do import food, it's okay. This one I'm going to cancel edict. But I cancel that one's edict, and I'm going to replace it elsewhere. Somewhere where I might be able to import food and make it a bonus and not a negative, like maybe Trapezlos. I can't do that Trapezlos, but maybe here I can import food without it being a negative. Or what's party loyalty? Interesting. Import food. I guess import food. No, wait. Does import food? No. Oh, there it is. Import food. Perfect. I'm about to lose food. That's a problem. This is a wine settlement. I'm going to need to demolish some food stuff around here. I can't demolish that one because I don't want to demolish it. I want to convert it, but I can't convert it because I'm not high enough tier yet to do so. What kind of village are you? You're a market village. I'm going to turn this into a farming town, I think. But I cancel development. I'm going to demolish that and build food up in its place. So I get the feeling we're about to have a very big problem with food in not too long from now. Especially as we take Parsa. Let's build siege towers. Looks like it'll take about 3 turns before I'm able to build up an adequate garrison army. I mean, the adequate amount of siege equipment. However, I can come here and kind of do a little bit of a whipping. We'll kill these guys. We let these guys have mercy of an easy death. And this will basically allow me to take the settlement with almost no difficulty. It's not a very strong garrison. Essentially, I'm trying to turn as many of my green areas now as into food producing areas now. Enter. I forgot about the faction loyalty again. I can be really dumb sometimes, just like when I recorded an entire video without realizing that I did not have any audio. You know, so you think I'd learn. You think I'd learn.
This is what I offer for my people, as blessed by the gods. Think carefully and be prudent.
They won't give me an alliance as a counteroffer? Why not?
This is not pleasing. I expected an honor.
Who are my military allies with, actually? I didn't actually realize I was military allies with anybody. I thought Pergamon was my best friend. Apparently not. Apparently they're just a good friend. Oh, we're so close to the end of the Selucids. They only have one settlement left. This long war will finally be at an end. This is probably why there's a lot of peace things where it's like, we've been fighting for so damn long.
I must have praise that you see opportunity in this conflict.
Oh, these guys are my military allies. Who are these people? Sure. No, that makes sense. I give you military allies because you're friends with me. And if you give me Money. Oops, I'm not going to give them money. I want them to give me money. Still can go higher. Even higher? Damn it! I went too far. Maybe on my turn, I'll try and offering it to them with a slightly lower number. See if that encourages them to join me. Ah, they're attacking me. Why is it doesn't think I'm gonna lose? Their army's weak. This is an easy battle. Let's fight this out. Show them who's boss. Bactria is likely might be my next enemy. Well, maybe not the next one. The Sakuraka is going to be my next enemy, but the Bactria might be soon to follow. Just based on how the fact that some of my allies are at war with them. A very light spearman. I don't really see how they think they're going to beat me in this battle. But they're cute to try. They must have realized that I was about to wreck their face, and they're like, ah! You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I have an idea. I'm gonna put this one a little bit more ahead of the others. I'll pull this one back slightly. I'm gonna place a unit of archers right here. We could very easily fire up and over and into the flank, into the flank over there. Then we'll have a unit station over here. These two's job will be to basically just hold this flank in case any incursion comes in. The general will kind of stay on the point, and basically these two will be used as reinforcements. These two I'm going to kind of keep positioned here for now. There's maybe over here. Well, their exact position I'll change up later. The Greek Cav I'm going to be ready to try and flank the enemies. The enemy forces. Good to set these guys to guard mode. Oh, you hear something. And the garrison commander was giving them a little bit of speech. I think this is probably the commander right there, I'm assuming. My general in his fancy purple outfit. So I assume these guys don't all have that fancy purple color guy, do they? No, they don't. See, yeah, that's my general right there. And as I suspected, they are coming here first. They're using their general, which is a heavy missile cav unit, to engage. So Archer's able to get some nice fire off so far. I'm actually gonna move these guys here. So I position these guys over there now. I'm expecting actually a little bit of trouble here, so I'm gonna start moving these guys up. It does look like the enemy might not actually be doing much of anything right now. Anything unexpected, I should say. So just in case the enemy falls, I'm moving these guys up to try and be the second line of defense. You know, I'm just gonna have you take a center spot on this flank, just in case. I'm not expecting anything at this point, but better safe than sorry, right? This means is that the enemy get PPU'd quite nicely, I think. Though, admittedly, these guys aren't firing as well as I was hoping they would, so we'll try changing up their position, see if that was the problem. This will allow me to actually move out my hoplite force. I'm going to just start squeezing them. Charge!
Ready and waiting.
Nice little charge into their back. Time to fall back now. And now this horse unit has two spearmen sticking in them, so hopefully that should cause some problems for them. Well, I guess with the rolling in phalanx formation, they put away their spears, which might make them less effective than I thought they would be. Oh yeah, we broke off a little bit. Let me...
Orders ready. At speed, Commander. General. At the double. Completes ready. Advance. Archers. Double time.
Alright, we broke the enemy general. Perfect. Alright, time for the flanking force of the century. We're gonna do some cycle charges now with our cav. Those who break die. Looks like they've officially routed. We're just gonna clean up. We're now gonna be part of a nice cleanup crew. Make sure these rebel scum know what comes of rebelling against me. Still a decent amount of those guys left alive. We still need to clear out. I think that should be good enough, though. Easy victory. Easy. I say. Grab the enemy by the throat and hit them in the vitals. It is the most basic strategy and is always valid. Have one part of your army hold the enemy in place, while the rest hits them in the back. I assume what the rest part was. A glorious death is his who for his country falls. Basically saying that if you die for your country, you have the most glorious death. Yeah, I don't know why the game thought it was in their favor. I very casually swatted aside this rebel army. And this wasn't even a very big garrison army. The archers didn't have as much impact as I was expecting, but oh well. I assume the ones with 51 and 33 kills were the ones that were in the back behind the enemy troops. I was hoping that being around the building would be enough, but apparently it was not enough to actually. It was not. They were, I guess, not able to fire to an arc or something. You could have lived free, but now you're enslaved to your foolishness. The rebels have been defeated. I guess we'll do this one. Bantry, Mr. Hadeson. Our province were robbed, prudence broken, so in large amounts of this province will be provided in this month. Missing taxes. Banditry is really off the marks. Jesus Christ, I need to deal with that. Well, this is supposed to be -8 banditry, but I still have, just I guess in the region, just has a lot of it. Hadeson, our capital, has a crazy amount of banditry. I guess a lot of it comes to the buildings. And we haven't really had anything that cancels out the banditry here, have we? Well, that's inconvenient. Well, I guess we'll have to work on that banditry problem now. Might as well send you to the capital to try and be a good general there. Summary politics. Everyone actually now suddenly has really good loyalty, which is good. Keep an eye on their influence as they grow more powerful. I'm currently admired, which is the most ideal. Or beloved, actually, is even better, I think. We have to be careful about going too far. Peerless is a bit problematic. We want to be like in the range we currently are in, maybe even a little bit higher. A lot of penalties and things like that comes up now. Might as well start securing their promotion for people. See, is there any political games I can make use of? Oh, apparently I can use that. My loyalty of everybody is up enough that I don't mind spending some of this stuff on upgrading people. Especially because it provides me some nice bonuses now. Can I promote any of my other allies here? Might as well increase some of their loyalty now while we're at it. Perfect. The defensive ally of Pergamon, we're military allies with those guys. So now I'm going to try and see if we can get that same offer from them. Because I don't mind joining in their war, as they are my allies.
My friend, you honor this place.
I'll join the war against these guys if you become a client state. Just kidding. If you give me military access through your lands, I'll give it to you as well. And I'm going to give you, and I'm going to demand some money out of you, though.
We have heard of your great wisdom.
So now I've joined war against their enemies, got military access, which will make it a lot easier for me to pass through their lands. Excuse me. So I need more food making things. We also need to make sure banditry doesn't get out of hand as a result of all this food production we're making. Because I'm gonna see what prevents banditry. This one, well, I guess I deleted something that improves banditry, reduces the amount of banditry in the region, reduced local upkeep, minus one. But it reduces growth and causes a lot of food. Let me see. I might be able to build something better than that. Well, this one reduces banditry by not quite as much as I expected, actually. Maybe you avoid banditry where possible. This one, granary, actually reduces banditry by a lot. I'm surprised. 2 more turns before I really feel comfortable taking that out right now. I guess I could say that my granary stores are growing. Let's build a water tank. And once that gets demolished, I know exactly what I'm going to replace it with. I'm going to replace it with a granary. My taxation's in the middle right now, so that's fine. Hopefully about 4 turns I'll have my food won't completely disappear in the next few turns. That's my goal, is to be able to build stuff without my food stores just getting demolished. Let's see, I want Pergamon to be bestest friends with me.
May Hermes bless us both with skillful tongues that we may speak.
Yeah, you won't be my bestest friend. How about you, Rhodes? How big are you? I'm kind of curious. Rhodes is still just Rhodes. It's very tiny. Would you want to be a defensive alliance with me? Someone attacks you, I'll attack them? Wow, what a bitch. What a bitch.
Greetings. We are civilized folk, so you may speak as you wish.
Here, I'll even pay you a little bit of money to be defensive allies with me. How about that? Oh, wow, I'm surprised that you do not want a non-aggression pact with me. I mean, I'm happy to conquer you if that's what you wish. But you know, I always think we could be good friends. Wow. Well, I think we're going to go with Athens and Sparta eventually, because I'm going to want to take Hellas. Because they so rudely refused my kind offer. My kind offer of friendship and kindness and stuff like that. What time is it? Oh, wow, it's been 50 minutes. Oh, I did not even realize the time. So, guys, I'm going to end actually the video now. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys liked the video, press that like button down below. Subscribe to see more of my content. I'm doing my best to try and keep up the Rome videos, but my priority is going to be Guild Wars, followed by this video, because I want to keep that going. But I very much enjoy being back. I'm glad now I have a firm goal in mind, and I feel like we're super Like, I'm super happy to be basically done with the war. Next episode will be when I'll probably do one turn off video, just that way I'll be ready for battle with Selucids at the start of the next video. Get that going nicely. I wish you guys a good day, night, evening, wherever it may be. Take care. Bye-bye.